This is Rob Bonta, the Attorney General of California. He's supposed to be investigating crime and fraud in Cali. However, he's trying to stop the sheriff from doing an investigation into election fraud. There was an audit done that found an extra 45,000 votes, and it said, hey, Sheriff Chad Bianco, can you investigate this? The sheriff said, sure, I'll investigate it. But Rob stepped in and said, no, we don't want the sheriff doing an election investigation. Now, Rob's wife, Mia, is trying to make it a crime to do investigative journalism. Can't make this up. They're calling it Stop Nick Shirley Act. They're going to criminalize investigative journalism. So if you report on any fraud, like Nick Shirley reported on this fraud at the Luring Center in Minnesota, him and his team uncovered over $9 billion of fraud. They've also found over $50 million in hospice fraud, another $270 million in bogus claims for Medi-Cal, another $18 billion in Medicaid fraud, $250 million in COVID fraud. We haven't even talked about the $120 billion train to nowhere fraud. And just recently, this was reported by James O'Keefe. 10 to 20 million in fraud from the LA Housing Department financial officer. So we have hospice, housing, Medi-Cal, Medicaid, and COVID fraud, but not election fraud, right? Anyways, Rob Bonta's wife wants to make it a crime to report on fraud in the state of Cali.